Hey Ron, I know and the rest of Tiger Radio knows that you've been going through a rough time here recently with your mother, and we just want to let you know that we're here for you, and we may not be blood, but we're still a big family. Here are some of our favorite memories that we've had with you.
5 or 6 years ago, Caleb was riding his ripstick on the sidewalk, and Dad said, "Oh, that's cool." And so he said, "Let me try." So he starts going down, and he goes, whoosh, and Charlie Brown's right into the ground.
Okay, my favorite memory of Ron is when we first met, like didn't know each other, literally had met that night. We were at Shankfest at their house and we sat on the couch and literally died over Snapchat filters, not even barely knowing each other. And we just sat there and we laughed.
Can you say it like this?
Yeah, I don't care.
My favorite thing about Mr. Ron Shank is that he's very kind and very compassionate. He treats me like a daughter, and I know he'll always be there for me, and he always stands up for me and protects me. Even if we do tease each other a little bit, we always know it's just joking in the end, and we're always there for each other.
My favorite memories with Mr. Ron are traveling, because we've traveled to a lot of places together. We have been to Florida, and we've been to Ireland, and we've been to Missouri and Mississippi State, and it's fun to travel with him because he always makes the best out of everything.
My favorite thing about Mr. Ron is probably having him as a teacher. So I've known him for a while, but having him as a teacher has just been really fun, and I'm sad that I'm graduating this year and won't have this class anymore.
So my favorite Ron Shank memory, gosh, there's so many of them, probably is the time we were dating and we were going down the trace. I have since found out that what I'm about to tell you is illegal, so don't turn me in. Don't turn him in. So we're going down the trace. I'm dating. I'm still not real sure if this person that I'm dating or in the car with, and you know, it could go either way. It's kind of iffy. But all of a sudden, he slams on the brake, pulls over on the side, slams on the brake, jumps out of the car, and runs across this field. Now, I don't know. Do I need to get out of the car? Is it on fire? Am I in danger? Is there like a crazy clown behind me? I don't know what's going on, except he's running through this field, and I'm taking my seatbelt off, about to get out, when I see what he's doing. He starts picking all these beautiful bouquet of wildflowers. I have this hashtag going called Ronmance, because there's romance and there's Ronmance. And what I'm about to tell you is Ronmance. He brings back this beautiful bouquet of flowers, and he hands them to the window to me, and he says something really sweet. That's not important at this point. But he gets back in the car, we start driving down the road, and here's this big romantic bouquet of flowers when the air conditioner comes on and blows against the flowers, and 10,000 million biting bugs come flying out of the flowers and attack my face. And it's summer, so I'm wearing limited clothing. I have whelps. By the time we get pulled over, it is like this black swarm cloud in the car. By the time we get pulled over, we have got whelps on our face, on our hands, all over any skin, any flesh that was showing is now nothing but one big whelp. And that is Ronmance.
Another favorite memory of mine is Karley and I went to the state game with the Shanks. We were honorary Shanks for the night. And Ron rode with Karley and I and judged every single song we played and made it very vocal about how he felt about that song, but was also like a protective dad / personal photographer during our time at the game. So,
alright, this one time we were camping out at one of the campsites, and my dad was trying to break this big, long tree branch, and it was pretty flexible, so he put his foot on one end of the stick, picked up the other side and bent it around and put his foot on the other side, and kept trying to snap it. And so his foot slipped off the branch, and the branch said, right on his.
So the induction to Shankfest is you're supposed to try the hot sauce. And I've never tried the hot sauce before, which is called the End. And never tried it before, except this year I decided I was going to try it so that I would be like really initiated into Shankfest. So I tried it and it literally made my tongue go numb, and Mr. Ron made me chug a whole glass of milk. So.
My favorite memory with Mr. Ronald Dean Shank is when we went to Ireland, and on the bus, everybody, most of the time, as soon as Patricia started talking, they would fall asleep. And so myself and Ron, and sometimes Miss Joni would mess with people, and we were throwing almonds into Camwit's mouth while touring the Ring of Kerry, which was really funny.
There's so many memories I could think of with Mr. Ron, but I guess it all just comes down to one special quality he has. He always has the ability to make those around him laugh and feel better about themselves, no matter what he's going through, no matter what we're going through. He's always just there for us in that way, and I really appreciate that about him. And probably the best way he does that is by telling his Big Orange Head story, and if you haven't heard it, you definitely should.
My favorite memory of Ron is the second day of Ireland. I had a migraine and I got really sick, and Ron did not want me and Joni wandered around Ireland by ourselves, so Ron decided to stay with me until I started feeling better. So I laid in the bed in the hotel room, and Ron sat in the corner, and the lights were off, and he just sat in the corner and watched me while I slept. But that's my favorite creepy memory of Ron. Love you, Ron.
Ron, I love you, and I'm always here for you, and I'm so thankful for your leadership and friendship.
Thank you for always being there for me, Ron. I love you.
Love you, Ron.